We are asking more questions about why the driver in this school bus crash was behind the wheel with a suspended license. That bus crashed yesterday morning on Interstate 35. There were not any students on board at the time, but after the crash, that driver resigned from his job. We got a lot of feedback about this story at our website, so we wanted to follow up and find out if school officials are checking up on properly for these drivers. KXAN's Lindsey Bramson sat down today with the Director of Transportation to find out if more needs to be done to keep your children safe.
By the state, you're required to pull everyone's driving record once a year, at least once a year. We actually do it twice a year. We do it in January and June.
But is that enough? AISD's Director of Transportation, Chris Havisi, says drivers are required to have a valid driver's license and report any changes directly to them.
So is it enough to just assume that the employees are going to let you know if something changes?
Well, they're required to do so.
But in the case of the bus driver involved in the accident Thursday morning, that didn't happen. We've learned the driver's license was suspended January 6th, and he was driving students without a valid license for more than 2 weeks.
500 bus drivers transport 22,000 students to and from school. Should the district be checking more often?
Well, that's something can be considered.
Havisi says they had just checked their driver's records January 2nd, 4 days before the driver's license was suspended for not paying his insurance. But it may not have been until June until it was checked again.
We don't want to have a driver out there with a suspended license. We don't want that. We do whatever we can to prevent that.
And he says that could mean they'll start checking more than just twice a year.
And the Director of Transportation tells me they are notified right away when an employee is arrested. I wanted to know what other offenses the driver had on his record and learned he also had a minor citation. The district wouldn't tell me, though, what that citation was for. Now, I also reached out to the Department of Public Safety, and a spokesperson tells me every person is notified when their license is suspended. So, Robert, this driver would have been made aware of that when this incident occurred.
Thanks for digging into this, Lindsay. Well, we're learning more about the history of another local bus driver. Kathy LeGrand was charged with driving students while intoxicated. This case was out of the Leander ISD. New documents we obtained show LeGrand had several driving mishaps in her past. She got in trouble for speeding in 2010 and 2013, and in 2011, she was involved in a collision. She was convicted for not yielding the right-of-way. All of these violations appear to be in a personal vehicle and not in a school bus.